Right. Get out of it. Fucking thing. Sorry, I sprayed for crystals last week, but with all this wet weather we've been having lately, they swarm in and they start balancing energies all over the place. You leave a calorie of bad energy out and they're right onto it. The out-of-print Baddeley Tarot, a journey of wisdom, myth, and transformation, is a 2025 deck created by Jake Baddeley and published by Blue Angel, who've gone and fucked it up. The box is not too profligate, at least compared to Llewellyn's recent efforts at resource waste. Those things are like cereal or board game boxes. They're designed for shelf facade and nothing else. Much of the density here comes from the 370-ish, 360-ish page guidebook. It's in what is claimed to be full colour, but I think that somebody misheard and they actually went with 4 colour. I don't consider them to be full, complete, mature colours. They're more like the hues from the dream shadows that flicker and dance in your short-term memory when you're frightened awake from nightmare about drowning in a barrel of mixed olives. But the content of the book is very, very good. It's better than my lighting. It can be profitably divorced from this specific tarot and recontextualized for Smith-Wade or esotericism generally. I think it would be a worthy standalone offering, as it's an excellent work of research and reference. Now, Baddeley is a well-established and extremely talented artist from London, which is where we get most of our modern ideas from. His oil paintings are most proliferous and recognisable, but he's multidisciplinary and his website has some lovely examples of his work in other mediums. He works in more mediums than colours the book is printed in, certainly. Now, I think that tarot reversals are a form of cartomantic gaslighting. But if there's something you've been suckered into, these ones are certainly reversible. As for what size they are, I don't really know. I've never seen anything like it, but this one's smaller and this one's bigger. You can see that the Baddeley is somewhere in the middle. Unless we do that. Anyway, don't bother asking where those 2 cards are from. Both the decks are out of print. The tarot is hand-drawn in pen and ink, or at least that's what it looks like to me. The images are rich, detailed, stunning. The problem is, you can't really see them. I mean, obviously you can literally see them, but as far as consuming and digesting the content on them, you might as well be eating kind of a bunch of bootlaces and uncooked wholemeal spaghetti out of a fish and chips wrapper. Blue Angel have taken the originals, which were constructed in the dimensions necessary for their content, and shoehorned them to fit the requirements of an existing printer's die, because it was cheaper for them to do so. The result is that, a quarter of the card's surface is taken up by this chocolate bar cigar box bullshit. There's a quite uncongenial font that does nothing more than restate what's already on the artwork. The footers look like the epitaph that would be glued to a cheap leather dice cup of cremated human remains. So now the cards have got multiple borders, multiple cartouches. There's the stuff the artist created, and the kind of bulking sawdust bullshit that Blue Angel put in. Viewed in totality, I think it's a suboptimal design decision. It's a sort of incoherent, one-size-fits-none output that could only have been excreted by a corporate steering committee. It doesn't strike me as the product of a singular creative vision or a respectful and accommodating collaboration between the tarot designer, or more accurately the tarot creator, and the card designer. So you've got these deeply symbolic, painstakingly crafted images. They're accompanied by a comprehensive guidebook to occult mysteries and ancient mythologies. And then to round it all out, you've got words and numbers for idiots. So some more concrete examples. What do we think we're looking at here? I see 2 baton. There's pips down the bottom to help clarify the number of baton you just looked at. Goodness me. There's a symbol of a baton at the top so that you know the thing that you just saw. To a baton. Here's our friend Saturn holding 1 baton, bordered by 2 other baton, total 3 baton. Confirming they're not cups or pentacles, but baton. Yes. But how many? 1, 2, 3. 3 baton. Incidentally, the elements traditionally associated with swords and wands are swapped around in this particular tarot, so wands are air and swords are fire. Whatever the book goes into it. I'm not sure what was going on with the Blue Angel egregore when this package was put together. I have no idea about the relationship between they and Baddeley, or what agreements and arrangements are in place. But I can't imagine an artist of Baddeley's calibre being particularly overjoyed when their art's presented this way. My understanding is that Baddeley spent around a decade working on this tarot, so for it to be kind of extruded in such a fashion is, I think, fairly unfortunate. What chafes hottest, however, is that Blue Angel quite evidently have access to different sizes of card. This is the lovely Animal Dreaming Oracle from 2007 by Karen Branchflower and Scott Alexander King. It's out of print, of course, like all my decks, but it shows that a different world is possible. Actually, while we're here, I just want to tangentialize for a second. So it's not a new observation, but what do we think is the most stuff that's going on these cards? Is it these two words the number? Or is it the 99% of the card that's art? Now, why is Branch Flower, which is an incredible name, by the way, not credited on the box? Why is she not credited on the title page of the book? She did all the work. And her name doesn't appear anywhere until here. Just above the fucking ISBN on a page that everybody ignores unless they're a librarian. On King's own Animal Dreaming publishing website, Branch Flower is listed as a published artist known for her contribution to Scott Alexander King's Animal Dreaming Oracle cards. Nah, bro, she didn't contribute to the cards. She fucking did them. It's Pixie Weight all over again. It's a tarot tale as old as time. Anyway, at this size, I don't know why I put them away. I did still need them because I was trying to make a point. At this size, even if they still needed the kind of extraneous headers and footers to fill the cards out, at least the artwork would have had more room to breathe. Look at that shit. Imagine that at that size. The Oracle's already 45 cards, so it wouldn't have been killing anybody to add 33 more. Even to double it. Whatever. Now, there's a separate artifact, the Baddeley Tarot Journal, and if you must, colouring book. The felt-tipped colouring in of delicate line art is certainly what the sort of person who needs, like, fucking 9 and coins explained to them multiple times would do, but the journal does at least provide us with access to fuller representations of the original images. It's out of print, of course. I don't even have a copy. If I could be bothered, I guess I could buy a guillotine and a corner rounding thing and trim these cards to make them suck less, but no thanks. People should just stop making stuff that sucks in the first place. I don't like to be shitting on a relatively small and what's more Australian business because Lilith bless them. Blue Angel brings us some great stuff. There's this, of course. And this is despite their hospice care branding. The out-of-print Bonestone Earthflesh, The Reawakening, 2025 by Anna Turian and Avalon Cameron, is a favourite of mine. I mean, just look at this shit. I do hate not the Brookser. Brooks is great. I do hate all of the kings in this deck, though. They just look like fucking jerks. Goofball looking ass. Anyway, end of the day, I'd rather buy a misexecuted deck like this from Blue Angel than literally anything else from US Games, who are a pack of fucking scumbags for reasons we can explore another time. So, the Baddeley Tarot by Jake Baddeley, published 2025 by Blue Angel. Like I say, it's out of print, though you might just find a last copy on the shelf at literally any QBD or Dimmock's bookstore or crystal shop in Australia. And if they don't have it, they can probably order their last copy in. Or you can buy the last copy online from Tarotopia or wherever. 10 Pentacles out of 10. No notes. Here's where things get a little trickier. Sur bâton. Saturn. Saturn with his baton. He's holding one, but he's bordered by two others. Can you not? My God, you vandal. Bibby, you're a vandal. Go away.